Hello, today I'm going to talk about a sterilization. Heat sterilization. Heat sterilization can be divided into two, which is dry heat and moist heat. First, that we have take a look of our autoclave, which is moist heat. So autoclave is one of the machines that used to sterilize the microbes, including spores, which inactivated the spores of bacteria and fungi. Okay, this autoclave when sterilization is a process where the equipment was heated by using high pressure steam use. Now I'm going to show the procedure. So before this, the water filling on the autoclave should be 75% of holding capacity. So once you fill the water until one level, we have to you can start to put the equipments or the nutrition media or the things that you want to sterilize. So we're going to sterilize using autoclave. So I would like to tell some things that we can't use this method to sterilize. Okay, such as metallic instruments such as scalpels and blades and forceps are not recommended to use these types of sterilization because metallic instrument rusty if you're using a moist heat. So another thing is a powder dissolve if we're using a moist heat sterilization. So here is our baskets. Once you fill the water on the autoclave until one level, you can now put the baskets on it. Temperature that enough to kill the microbes is 121 degrees Celsius at 50 psi for about 20 minutes to sterilize any equipment. So you can use an autoclavable bag. Dry heats are heat sterilizations that without water or moist. So first of all, this drying oven. The first methods of our drying heat. Dry heat sterilization methods used to sterilize the equipment such as forceps, scalpels, powder, uh, the things that we cannot use for by autoclave. You can use the drying oven. So the dry heats kill the microbes by denature the protein. So first we already this is forceps and this is scalpels. The temperature requirement for kill and after microorganism is 160 degrees Celsius for about 2 hours. So the media such as powder forms cannot be sterilized. Using autoclave, we can use the drying oven. There are also exceptions for these types of sterilizations, such as nutrition medias, because which can disrupt the agar. So next is red heat. Red heat flame the knife or forceps until it's become redness by using a flame. So this is one of the ways sterilize. So the reasons why we flame the first equipment is to remove the contaminants that might contact during the from the environment. So this is the expense that we are going to integrate to the nutrition media. So while for carrot, it's the same as well. You're going to cut in the middle. So the parts for callus cultures we use is a secondary phloem, so which is in this part. Parts of the explants is still ongoing process. Normally, one plate of nutrition can occupy two explants, but since we have a smaller uh, container, so going to place one. So make sure you flame it and let it cool. So flame the mouth of the petri container and place it. So here. So we're going to. So next we are going to cover up the both explants with using a paraffin tape. So this is to avoid uh, any contaminations occurs, or to minimize the contaminations from the environment. Thank you. So next is UV sterilization. So laminar flow cabinets may have a UV germicidal lamps to sterilize the interior and contents before usage to prevent any contaminations after or during the experiments was carried out. So, UV lamps creates a light emissions conditions that are known to decontaminated content safely. So this is the UV lights. Okay, so I'm going to on the lamp. 30 minutes exposure of the UV light on the surface of the laminar flow can kill enough to kill the microbes. So we let it for 30 minutes. Okay, next is air for sterilizations. Air sterilizations, we use a HEPA filtrations as a to sterilize the air in the laminar flow or network environment. So the HEPA filter is the filter to increase the overall surface area is mounted inside rigid supportive frames. So the HEPA filters are known as high efficiency particulate air filter is proven that theoretically remove at least 99.97% of dust, pollen, mold, bacteria, or any airborne particles with only size 0.3 micrometer. So including the most microorganism from the hair stream. So this is the replacement for HEPA filter. This is the replacement. So next is chemical sterilizations. The chemical sterilizations involve the utilizations of certain chemicals so as to cause the microbial termination. Sterilization that commonly used in chemical sterilizations is such as alcohol, chlorine, formaldehyde, and so on. So here using ethanol, which is 70% alcohol, that enough for killing the bacteria and viruses. Besides that, sodium hypochlorites, or known as Clorox, also can be used for surface sterilizations and also the sterilizations of the environment. I like the flame. So okay, the reasons why we still flame the here is the funnel filter sterilizations, where this is the apparatus settlements, but to filter any samples we use this type. This is the example of settlements for the filter sterilizations. So here is the funnel. We pour the unsterilized, non-sterilized liquids, and here is the membrane filter paper, which is with presence of pores 0.2 micrometer, and here is the clamps and holder that hold this membrane filter paper and the paste together, and this is the vacuums to allow the sample to draw completely through the filter. So since here we the presence of pores will trap some liquids, so the vacuum can help the sample to draw completely through the filter. And here the liquids after the liquid that sterilized. The filter sterilizations is a separation of particles in liquid solutions. Sterilizations used to remove bacteria, microorganisms, and other particles, but there are also certain particles cannot be used these types of sterilization. Thank you.